everybody, this is Drastar again, doing another Watcher of Realms video for y'all. Hope everybody's doing well, and, just staying positive out there. So today we're going to talk about Glacius, the new hero. His banner's coming up this weekend. I just wanted to go over his kit pretty quickly with y'all and talk about where he could potentially be good and hopefully excel. So first things first, let's go look at his base stats. So max level HP, nothing too crazy. His attack is fairly normal for a mage, kind of on the higher end. It's not Praetus damage or anything like that. 19 costs, not too bad, pretty standard. 2.6 attack interval, also standard. Rage regen auto, 14. I think that's a little bit higher than normal. Basic attack, 10. Nothing crazy about his base stats. But moving on to his talent, gets kind of interesting. So not only does his basic attack inflict slow every hit, there's a 20% chance to inflict freeze. Lasts for 2 seconds. Slow is a 50% slow. 50% slow, yes. So he deals 20% increased damage to targets with slow, and then another 20% increased damage to targets with freeze. So you're talking about 40% increased damage. Basic attack, just normal 100% up to 120%. Single enemy. No big deal there. Pretty standard. Now, his passive, he's going to gain a shield 20% of his max HP every 30 seconds, lasting 10 seconds. Pretty legit. You don't have to run him with another northerner to get the benefits of his shield because he can do it himself. Each time he takes damage, it reduces the cooldown by 1 second up to 12 seconds. So good for guild boss, good for Simra, and all that good stuff. When he activates his ultimate, triggers his shield immediately and increases shield strength to 40%. Can't complain about that one. Next passive, Heart of Ice. Hero's immunity to freeze deals 60% extra damage to enemies inflicted with freeze. If the target is immune to freeze by the talent, the hero inflicts Eye of Winter on them for 3 seconds. Basically means he counts them as being frozen. So also this says 3 seconds, which is up from 2 seconds from his normal freeze. So if they're immune to freeze, you get that damage boost for an extra second. And this is 60% extra damage on top of the 20% from it being frozen, and the other 20% for them being slow. It's a lot of extra damage in his kit that he does by himself. Lastly, looking at his ultimate, when activated, increases attack range, so he gets these extra 2 little dots up here. Turns basic attack into 3 consecutive strikes, with each strike dealing 90% damage to random enemies in range. For every 1% max HP of his shield strength owned, increases damage by 1%, up to 100%. That's theoretically talk about this. If he's fighting a boss, slowed, so that's 20%. They get Eye of Winter, another 20%, so you're at 40%. Then you get Heart of Ice passive, 60%. So now you're at 100% extra damage. Then he does his ultimate. Maybe he's got a shield at 100%. So you're looking at 200% extra damage while he's doing his ult. I think that can be pretty insane if geared correctly. Let's look at his Awakening. Awaken 1. Another increased damage. When there's only one target in range, increases damage by 15% with an extra 15 damage dealt to targets inflicted with. We're at 200. Awaken 1 increases it to 215%. And then when they're frozen to 230%. So an extra 30% damage on bosses, basically. Standard 300 attack on Awaken 2. Awaken 3 increases shield strength gained by 20%. When shielded, increases damage dealt by 15%. So we're at 230. Now we're at 245. Total percent increase in damage. 8% crit rate. Pretty standard for Awaken 4. And Awaken 5, upon receiving fatal damage for the first time, triggers Ice Barrier for 10 seconds, during which the hero cannot act or take damage. When it expires, the hero restores 30% HP, 100% range, and gains 50% shield for 10 seconds. Basically has his own self-revive when he's Awaken 5. Pretty legit. And goes straight into his ultimate with 50% shield. Can't really complain about that one. All in all, this dude looks like he's going to be pretty good single target DPS for newer accounts. I don't know if he's going to reach Silas level damage. That'd be pretty legit for a mage. Definitely going to help people who don't have mages for the northern faction for their trials. All in all, looks to be like a solid mage. Can help a lot of people out. Titanic Ruins, potentially Arena. Obviously, the recommended artifact is a Tier Twilight until he gets an exclusive, which is probably going to be like increase damage by an extra 40% while targets are frozen. Wouldn't surprise me. But all in all, I'm going to pull for him this weekend, even though I don't have a whole lot of shards. See how it goes. If I get him, I'll do some damage tests on him, send them out to you, because I do not have test server access. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you liked this video and thought it was informative, please give it a like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, leave some comments. Let me know how to be better. Thank y'all. Have a good one.